Hello, this is Julie from Spellbound, and today I'm going to show you how to make some star motifs. Stars are really useful for decorating Christmas decorations, for cards and for embroidery. Now I'm going to show you how to make two sizes of star. We're going to make a little star like this one here and a larger star like this one here. Now I'm using very simple ingredients, just seed beads and bugles, but as you can see here it can make something really effective. This is the garland that goes around the centre of one of our Starry Night bauble kits. Really dramatic, just laid out flat like that, even more beautiful on the bauble. If you have a look at the website you'll be able to see this used in lots of different colour combinations. You'll also be able to find things like these starry decorations, and you'll be able to spot the same technique all over the Spellbound website. I'm going to start by showing you how to make one of the small star motifs. As you can see, it's got 5 points and there's a little circle of seed beads in the centre. Now to make the small star I only need 2 simple ingredients. I've got some size 10 seed beads and some size 8 seed beads. Now I've chosen them with a slightly different finish so it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. I've also got a length of Nymo D beading thread, and I've tied a keeper bead about 15 centimetres from the end. Now we're going to start with that circle in the middle, and that's made from 5 repeats of 1 large and 1 small seed bead. So I've got 4 on there and that makes 5, so you can see I've got 5 repeats there. I'm going to bring that down to the keeper bead and pass through the first large seed bead towards the rest of the sequence, and when I do that it will make a ring. So that's the centre of my star. Now at the moment it's a bit unstable, it tends to come loose, so to make it a little bit stronger I'm going to go through all of the seed beads I've just put on again. Now, reinforcing is a really important part of beadwork, and especially so on a circle, because they always tend to work loose if you don't. Now, so that's the centre of my star. As you can see, I'm coming out of the first large seed bead I put on. This is where I start my first point, and for that I'm just going to use the small seed beads. So I'm going to put on 4 small seed beads, push them down to that first large seed bead. I'm going to pull away the last one I put on, which is the 4th one, and I'm going to go back down the 3rd one towards beads 2 and bead 1, and I'm going to pull through. Now that will pull up that end bead as an anchor. The easiest way to get it tight is to hold on to the anchor bead and pull on the thread, and that pulls it up nice and neat. I now need 2 more seed beads. These are the small seed beads again, and I'm going to pass through the next large seed bead around the circle. Pull it through, and there's our first point. So it's 4 seed beads on, 4 of the small ones. Bring it down to the ring, leave the end one out to act as the anchor, back through the 3rd one. Oops, get rid of that thread out of the way so you can see more easily. Hold on to the anchor bead and pull, and that will bring it up nice and tight. 2 more seed beads and through the next large seed bead around. 2 points. You can see how fast this is to make. So on with 4, leave out the 4th one, back through the 3rd. There we go. There's our next point, half made, and through the next large seed bead. On with 4 small seed beads. Back through the 3rd. Pull it up tight. On with 2. Through the large seed bead on the ring, and we're nearly all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull away the 4th one, go back through the 3rd. Pull that anchor up nice and tight, and then on with 2 seed beads, and we need to go through the first large seed bead of the ring, and there's our star complete. And as you can see on the Starry Night design, we actually connect it to a large star by a string of beads, and below it we put a little facet to make it dangle nicely. So that's how to make a small seed bead star. Now I want to show you how to make one of the larger stars. It's similar but not quite the same. I'm going to move these away, and I've already prepared a little circle just the same as we had at the beginning of the small star. So it's 1 large seed bead, 1 small seed bead, repeated 5 times. And to make the larger star I need 1 more ingredient, and that's these are size 3 bugle beads, which are 7 to 8 millimeters long. Right, now I need to make a support for the bugle beads, and I do that with the small seed beads. So I'm going to start coming out of the large seed bead with 5 small seed beads this time. So that's 5 small seed beads, and I'm going to just pass straight through the next large seed bead around the loop. Now, as you can see, that makes a sort of a triangle, but not quite as spiky as we had on our little star. Right, and we're going to repeat that another 4 times. So it's 5 small seed beads and through the next large seed bead. And repeat. Now obviously I'm doing this with 5 points. You can do it with more points if you want to, but 5 points makes quite a nice star shape without it becoming too large and unstable. With beadwork, it's always a compromise between size and stability. Last 5, and there we go. So you can see I've made something similar to the first star, but it's not as spiky. Move that out of the way. It's not as spiky, not as pointy. Right, now we're going to add the bugle points. Now I'm coming out of this first large seed bead of the initial circle. I'm up against the first loop of 5 small seed beads that I put on. So I'm going to go up through the first 3 of those. I'm now going to add on a bugle, a large seed bead and 3 small seed beads. Push that down to my work. This time I'm going to leave out the 3 small seed beads and go back through the large seed bead. And this is going to make the tip of the point. I've got 3 beads there making the anchor, so you just have to make sure they form a nice little cluster like that. I now need 1 more bugle bead, and I'm going to go around to the next loop of 5 seed beads and pass through the middle one. And there's the first point of my star. So we do the same again. 1 bugle bead, 1 large seed bead, 3 small seed beads. Back through the large seed bead. Pull it up nice and tight. On with a bugle bead and the middle bead of the next group of 5 along. 2 points. And we repeat. And that makes point number 3. Make sure you pick up that middle one, otherwise you'll get a lopsided star. We're over halfway now. Back through the large seed bead. Obviously you can play around with the colours when you're doing this. If you take a look at the website and look at the variety in the Starry Night Bauble, you'll see we've used lots of different colour bugles, lots of different colour seed beads, and it makes a difference as to what background you put them against as well. So as you can see, I'm working here on a nice dark green background so you can see exactly what I'm doing, but if I was to put it against a white background it wouldn't show up particularly, so I might choose to work in blue or a grey or a gold. Right, now I've nearly finished. I've put on 4.5 bugle spikes. That's the last bugle going on, and I now go through the middle seed bead on the very first spike, and there is my bugle star complete. Now to make it firmer I would take the needle around again through all these points to reinforce everything, and that will also make it more spiky. It'll tighten everything up a little bit. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you go ahead and make lots and lots of stars for your Christmas decorations, to put on Christmas cards and to make Christmas tags.